Then let's wrap up this trip down memory lane with one last...
This absolute wonder.
Isn't it pretty? That's our Amphorius. Our world flows and meanders in this endless band of light. Though we were born from the designs of the gods and are not yet truly alive, the Chrysos heirs of Amphorius still chose to stand against fate and carved a legend no different from that of humankind. Will you really renounce the heroes in this world's previous 30 million cycles, Imperator? Including even yourself. Will you bow to brutal destiny and allow that puppet master named the destruction to have their wish?
I know what you want to do, sidekick. You want to use that deliverer's memories to influence me.
You really saw right through me, Imperator.
How can one rule an empire if one is incapable of understanding people's minds? I have decided on Law's final... Before we go on, tell me this, sidekick. Throughout her trip, was there ever a memory of the ocean?
The ocean. You shall complete your conquest in the ocean at the boundaries of the... You shall eternal... Our prophecies aligned as flawlessly as a sea snake circling upon it, like the circulating ocean current. Like our... The trial is over. So tell me, who will own the divine authority of law? What?
I am the law. Why should I give both the Deliverer and the Theoros came from beyond the sky? They have no right to interfere with the lands I conquered with my own two hands. The law of...
What exactly did you see in the trial?
Everything. I saw everything regarding the rules of this world's operation. I saw the laws of As long as I offer a sacrifice of equal weight, I can rewrite the laws of this world according to my will. I can turn good into Fate gave me a very fair deal. One rule change for the life of one demigod.
What? Are you planning?
You can't guess? We can conquer the stars without relying on any power.
Your ambitions have already made so many people give up their lives for the law. And you're still not done?
I am determined for Amphorius to stand on her own 2 feet among the stars.
You are beyond reason. You think such a simple and hypocritical statement can...
There's no new without destroying the old. That's what you consider an atrocity? Ironic, for that is also the unchanging law of Amphorius. Ever since the Flame Chase prophecy resounded in the distance, fate has decreed for the Chrysos heirs to ignite our blood and illuminate this dark age.
But your world doesn't seem to be any different from your predecessors. Bloodshed, tyranny, you're making the same mistakes they did.
Go and see everything for yourself. Go to any library I've built. Go listen to the rumors on every street corner. I cleansed the Chrysos War's filth and mended all the conflicts left by the Arabellica. I smashed Talantin's shackles, united humankind to save themselves, and started the Flame Chase era. So now, hearken to my final words. History will eventually forget Saridra, but it will never forget the Imperator's people.
Final words?
Amphorius is about to be destroyed. There's no time. There is only one law I want to overturn to aid the final battle of deliverance. So I will only offer the life of... In the name of the Imperator, I command you either sacrifice yourself for conquest.
Thus, the Imperator concluded her finals at the end of her life. At the last moment before she stepped onto the altar, she gave her most loyal subject the choice to decide fate.
My blood flows in you now. heroic compatriots.
The Imperator fell. Some say that the Dux Gladiorum turned traitor and killed her liege. Some say that she imprisoned the tyrant. There are countless stories about her death. All we can be sure of is when the knight left the vortex, the beginning and the end.
Imperator, wait! How could someone of your status come to the front lines? Let me be the flag bearer!
The troops defending the pass to the west of the grove. Have they surrendered?
They ran as quickly as they...
Good. What about
The 3rd Legion set fire to the mountains and...
That is enough. We cannot afford to miss an opportunity for victory. Lastly, how many Ladonian cannons are...
They are no more. The 2nd...
Very good. They now have no way out, no reinforcements, and no artillery support. We will launch the final charge 1 quint after the... Take no prisoners among the enemy's soldiers. All sages who resist are to be captured and tried according to martial law. And do not destroy any books. Now go!
Understood! Those who are resolved...
Reporting in. The mountain dwellers are resisting fiercely, and the legendary Mountain Breaker has personally engaged in battle. Their formations are
Then cease our frontal assault. Send scouts to all legions and tell them to retreat into the Tritos Plains before the parting hour.
What? Are you planning to surrender?
It's a strategic change of plans. The seismic walking dragon is enough for that battlefield.
Walking dragon? You mean that stupid beast, Terava?
Stupid? No. They are the wisest of all of Giorio's creations. Only they can perceive the currents of time. Let them deal with their earthly brethren. We will advance and take the lead in defeating what remains of our enemy. I will deliver the most fiery retribution for the humiliation they dealt us. And
Understood. I'll see to it. Those who are resolved to die, we salute you.
The Temple of the Three Fates sent a letter, Imperator.
They refused to surrender and said this letter is their last warning to us.
tell the commanding officers not to launch any attacks unless they receive the Imperator's handwritten approval. Disobedience.
What are you doing?
The priests of the Three Fates aren't soldiers, but politicians. Do not mistakenly believe they don't have a plan. These dying I am inferior to them in that regard. They also have the prophecy to wield as a weapon, something I am not blessed with. Launching which means I will be heading to the battlefield myself, just as I have always done. This time, however.
Understood. The legions will make their prep.
Why are we not allowed to march out with the army, Imperator?
This will be a long voyage with no return. Those of you who bear the prophecy cannot come.
Why are you personally leading this battle if it's doomed to fail? The Flame Chase journey cannot be without a leader.
That is correct. The Empire will be without a head when the Imperator falls. But remember, as long as my departure will create a long staircase for you. You will understand what I mean when
Saridra, is our journey about to be...
Destroy the old laws and forge new ones. My conquest has reached its limits within the borders of Amphorius. Since the prophecy already decreed that the Imperator would never conquer this, more Chrysos heirs bearing divine authority will be born. And many... Will they demand peace or war? Will they resist tyranny? Or become the... Do not mourn for me. Anyone can kill the Imperator, is Saridra.
At the end, I faithfully recorded the most. However, for some reason, a memory suddenly entered. It was a journey on a fantastical train. I had the honor of having a heart-to-heart conversation with the Imperator under the stars. How do you want history to remember you? As a hero who gave up her life, she answered so quickly, as if she had made up.
I would rather be forgotten than be defined. Because the law can be neither eternal nor unchallenged, and only humanity can pen. Now, the game is nearing its end, Dux Gladiorum. Even though you get this time, you've then High Sealants. Electra. I will... Will you choose to not?
The Imperator muttered about her conquests, and news of her death spread in...
Freedom! Liberty! The tyrant is dead! Go!
My people, my fellow elders, do not panic.
People once cheered for my... I see. I will return in the next cycle. Here, Serid.
To this day, we do not know which rule the Imperator overwrote at the cost of her life. Perhaps the truth will only be revealed at the moment of checkmate. Just like every chess, we only know her death inflamed Akama. On one side of the city, those who defended liberty toppled her statues to the ground. On the other side, her supporters put themselves between the masses and her monuments, declaring loudly that the Sovereign is still among the people. It is said that golden blood congealed into the same letters everywhere they fought. It was the name borne by Akama's first and final sovereign, the Imperator Seridra. But the one who bore that name did not see any of this. Her gaze was cast far away, and the sound of tides in her ears drowned out the people's cries. What was the Imperator thinking about in that prophesized ocean at the boundaries of this world? In that shallow puddle of stagnant water? Was she reminiscing about her past conquests? Or repenting for the millions killed for the flame chase? It was neither. The Imperator only saw how the surface of the water
Look at this chessboard. What do the pieces...
They are strangely beautiful. They look like the stars in the night sky ablaze.
From that page emerged so vast, not a single trace of corruption. Is this Seridra?
Electra, my subject. Ever since you walked out of the tainted ocean and pledged yourself to me, I have seen the... That was why I promised you a new ocean, where the Imperator's ambitions would serve as Electra, my subject. You have done your duty as my blade. The prophecy has now made it, but the Imperator never makes empty promises. So take this memory. This ocean, this is the final gift that the Imperator can leave for herself.
When I was still a fish in the ocean, I always felt so genuine swimming through the water. But once I stepped on the land, I found myself caught in a play. Do you still not get it? I do not long for the ocean. Perhaps even I don't know what I want. I still don't know, but I know one thing right now. A fish is simply a fish. And she can never leave the ocean she's in. But whether under the ocean or on land, we two prisoners who can never escape this cave can still look outside the cave and see the stars.
I have to admit, the 12-factor simulation of life in this experiment has far exceeded my expectations.
Make your choice then, Senior Society member. Do you want to keep walking down the wrong path and be remembered for your incorrect conclusions? Or do you want to return to the audience's seat and give yourself, Amphorius, and the entire cosmos a more fitting end?
I must refuse. A dead man never fears death.
Did I not make myself clear? Have you forgotten about our dear Lord of Silence? You wouldn't want her to consider your 8 other clones as cancers within the erudition and chop them all up, would you?
Your logical deductions are vastly different from mine. Therefore, allow me to provide one more academic recommendation. Listen, my peers. Why don't you look beyond this world? Just as the Chrysos is. I have to admit...
Make your choice, or do you want to return?
I must refuse. A dead...
Did I not make myself clear?
Your logical... Listen, my peers. Why don't you... Amphorius is not a place where 3 paths entangle, but where 3 paths fight to the death. You used Memoria to resist me, but did you know the remembrance? And their children might have taken this opportunity.
Oh, so this isn't just silence. It's the answer. What was the last thing she said to you before you parted the waters at the Scale Gorge waterscape? A tricky question, but one with a simple answer. She didn't say anything back then, right?
That's correct. And now I'm sure. You are not March 7th. There's no way she would remember that detail. I'll only warn you once. Leave her body now.
How impulsive. That's not like you at all. Why don't you calm down and think about another possibility? I didn't take over March 7th's body. Rather, it's March 7th who regained my memories.